Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Elite Sports. I am your host, Flo, and today's episode is regarding the game that I watched today. My Buccaneers did win today. Again, I'm not shocked at the results. I believe I did say that they were going to win the game earlier this week, and sure enough, they did. However, they were not impressive by any means at all. The score was only a 3-point score. I wasn't upset about the score because I'm also a betting person, and the score was by 3 points. And in the NFL, when you bet in spreads and you cover, right, you cover the points. In this case, it was a push, so we didn't take the game. But those who did were affected by the score, so that's the reason why I'm not too upset at the fact that it wasn't a slaughter, right? But as a fan, solely as a fan, I was not impressed whatsoever with the results of the football game, right? Stats are pretty pedestrian on both sides of the ball, right? I was more shocked to see that the defense was not holding up against the Cardinals, right? They did not play well against the team. Yeah, they had a couple of turnovers, right? But I would say that's more on the Cardinals than the Bucs. Right, but they were moving the ball down the field at will at some point, and towards the end, that was my concern. Again, as a betting man, they scored pretty fast towards the end of the game, and I was really concerned with them scoring and then us scoring again to not cover or to not push. Right, but again, I'm gonna look at some of these stats on our side of the ball. Baker Mayfield was 18 of 28, right? Under 200 yards. Again, not good. 6.9 yards per pass. Pretty pedestrian. Only one touchdown. And, of course, no picks, which is a good thing, right? And he was sacked twice. He had a couple of plays where he tried to scramble, but, obviously with the injured shoulder, that wasn't going to be the case. Sorry, on the other side of the ball, they did throw the ball a ton, and they did get over 300 yards with a 7.5 average. 2 touchdowns, and again, that interception by Winfield, I believe, was the first quarter of the game. They moved the ball well. Even through the run game, they had an average of 5 yards per carry, which is unheard of on this team, right? We usually do not give up that kind of yards per carry. They only ran the ball 19 times, but they had about 95 yards. And McBride was the leading receiver for the Cardinals with 82 yards and over 10.3 yards per catch at a touchdown towards the end of the game, the last drive they had. But one positive I would say is Bucky Irving. He was back on the field. He had most of the carries on the team. His average wasn't great, but he did have 17 carries with 61 yards. And he did have a touchdown. One of them was called back. That was another thing I did not like about this game. All the penalties. Right, a couple of times they scored and they called it back because of penalties, and it was also a crucial drop by Godwin, who doesn't really drop the ball in the end zone. And then we also had Bucs had a big drop in the game as well. But we ran the ball 27 times. We did what we were supposed to do to keep Baker, not taking that many hits. He still threw the ball 28 times. But again, the leading receiver was Chris Godwin with 78 yards. But he only had 3 catches. And then Bucs had 4 catches for 42 yards. Again, not impressive at all, right? Again, the defense, I guess one positive was Servasia Dennis with 11 tackles. But sometimes, that's not always a good thing, right? And I think we only had 2 sacks in a game. Again, there was that interception, and then there was that fumble at the, I think the third quarter, I believe, or second quarter. But yeah, man, the game was not impressive at all. And again, this is concerning considering what we saw with the Panthers, who did beat the Rams. That I was not expecting at all. I did not expect the Panthers to be able to beat the Rams. Yeah, they were playing at home, but now it's a problem, because we do see these guys in a couple of weeks, and they're trending up. They are trending up. They are playing way better. And if we continue to play the way we're playing, because this team was not a good football team. We played a 3-8 Arizona Cardinals team, and they played us like they were 9-2 or whatever, right? 20 points is just not good enough. simply is not good enough to win a lot of games. We only give up 17 points. I understand that. But again, not impressed at all with the performance that we had in this game. I truly do hope that we start scoring more than 25, 26 points a game, because once we get to the playoffs, if we get to the playoffs now, because now it's not going to be an easy ride with the Panthers playing when they're playing, we'll see what happens, right? We do need to play better football. I said it last week about the offense, the defense. I don't know what to make of it, right? This was a big game. They won the game, which is good. We're still in first place, right? But it was not convincing at all. It was not impressive, and I don't know what's going on. I really do not know what's going on. We did get Bucky back. Yeah, his first game of the season since the Eagles game. But he played well. I mean, he was all right. I think the issues are more now with the linemen. They're just not giving enough time to Baker Mayfield. And for whatever reason, Ekbuka has just fallen off. He's not doing the way he was playing earlier in the season. I don't know what it is, if he's hurt or if he's just getting double teamed, but his numbers are pretty average at this point. Ches Johnson, I think, only had one catch in this game too. Oh yeah, one positive thing about this game was Tristan Wirfs did have a touchdown. That was pretty cool to see, an offensive lineman getting a touchdown in this game. But yeah, man, other than that, I would say not impressed. Again, happy that they won, of course. You know, you always want to see your football team win, of course. But yeah, man, I want to see more from this team. I want to see more to call them contenders, because right now we simply are not. And I was expecting a blowout considering the circumstances, considering the inducting Simeon Rice to the Ring of Honor, right? All of these factors back at home. Did not see anything that I was impressed by at all. So we do get another division game next week against the Saints at home. And they always play us tough, on the road. For whatever reason, they play better against us at home than on the road. But, it's the Saints. So we'll see how we play this team, because, yeah, man, it's going to be a dogfight for sure now towards the end of the season, with the Panthers playing the way they're playing. They're only one game behind, I believe. And I don't think they've had their bye week yet. But like I said, I still believe we went out. I'm going to stick to that. Now, it's not going to be easy now with the Panthers, like I said. So hopefully we pick it up. Hopefully we play better, because I'm not impressed. I want this team to do better. I want this team to show me that they're contenders. Most of the guys are back. At this point, we're only missing Mike Evans, right? So, and like I said earlier this week, I believe that he really is the main factor on his offense that changes what we run, right? Because since he's been out, we do not have a deep threat at all. It is non-existent. We don't have somebody who can go deep or just take off the top of the defense so we can do all the underneath stuff. We just don't have it, right? But, I just wanted to share this quick episode. I do want to start making some more quick episodes with the reactions of the football games. Win or lose, I want to talk about them. I want to see what they have to do, what they have to say. So I highly encourage you guys to comment if you're a Bucs fan, even if you're not a Bucs fan. If you think this team is going all the way, say it. If you think they suck, also say that too. I encourage fans of other football teams to come on here and just talk. I do want to open it up to everybody. This is my football team. I love the Bucs. Been a Bucs fan since 1997. So I'm going to cover this team and also the Broncos, because Broncos are my co-hosts' team. So, yeah, man, I mean, like I said, glad they got the win. Not impressed. Hope that they do better next week. I want to blow out. I want to see something convincing to say, you know what, this team is going back on track to be a contender. All right, folks? To the next one, this is Flo. Peace out.